We are on the last lesson of chapter 5, 6, and it's all about the hinge theorem. So, would you guys agree that on this floor, all the doors are the same size?
Yes.
Right? Like this door is the same size over there. So, let's pretend this is this part right here, the door frame. Okay. And then this represents my door. Okay. So like right now my door is a little propped open. That's my door. And then, oops, that doesn't look very congruent, does it? Let's say this is Mrs. Nelson's door across the hall. And her class is a little bit more quieter than ours, so her door is open a little bit more. We're pretty loud in here. So we know that this leg is congruent to this leg, and the door frames are equal, right? Because they're just doors. Which one is open? Like which distance is wider? A or B?
B.
And why would you say that? Because the angle is larger. So that's all we're doing today. We can make a comparison based on this information here. If we have two sides the same, and we know these angle measures, we can say that, make a comparison on that third way. Okay, that's the hinge theorem. So let's write that down in our notes. If you want to read those paragraphs, you can, but all it says is what we just talked about. You have two equal legs on two triangles, then we can make a comparison based on the included angle. So if we, let's say, the measure of angle A, right here, is greater than the measure of angle B, then what do we know about BC and EF? Yep, so we'd say it's greater than EF. And I would know that this side here is bigger than EF. And then the converse is true. Let's say we don't know the angles, but we know something about the sides. We can make a comparison. So this time we would say we know BC is greater than EF. So BC is greater than EF. Which angle's bigger, angle A or angle B? Yep, angle A. Measure of angle A would be greater than the measure of angle B. Just comparing. Okay, let's try this out. It says compare the sides given the information. So do you guys see 9 and 9, 15 and 15? So we have two pairs of congruent sides. Angle J is 79 and angle N is 74. What do we know about KL and PM? Would you guys agree that KL would have to be greater than PM? Yeah. We agree that BD is shared in both triangles. Okay. So now you're trying to compare AD and BC. What do you guys think? Which one has to be greater? BC? Because it's across from 65, and 65 is greater than 59? Yeah. hinge theorem. Okay, now we're trying to converse. Can we go the other way? Now let's look at the angle. So we're comparing the measure of angle D and the measure of angle H. Which one is bigger?
D.
D is, because it's across from 35. Now it's across from 33. And there's a typo on this one. Sorry, guys. Should be angle E, not D. Which one is bigger?
A.
Angle A?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, or is it too simple when I explained it? Okay. And then, like always, we throw a little algebra in there just because we have to. The geometry is an application of.
Do we have to?
Of course we do. So we are finding a range. We're going to have a lower bound and an upper bound with x in the middle. So we got to figure out our upper bound and our lower bound. Okay? So let's just make our lives a little easier. Let's call this angle A and this one angle B. Which angle has to be bigger? Because it's across from 5. So we have two inequalities we need to write. Our first one is going to be, since we said this one's bigger, I know that has to be smaller, so 5x minus 10 is less than 65. So that's going to be our upper bound. But what does this angle have to be bigger than?
Bigger than nothing.
Right, so 0. Has to be bigger than 0. That's what we're going to find our lower bound. So now you're going to say 0 is less than 5x minus 10. So we have two inequalities we need to solve. I'm going to start with the green one. Remember, just treat this like an equal sign. Add 10 to both sides. Divide by 5. I should get 2, I hope. Plug that in right here. Same thing over here. Add 10 to both sides. Divide by 5 and we should get 15. There we go. There's our range. Then one more for good luck. I'll make sure everyone's done. Going too fast.
Yeah. Alright, folks, which angle is larger? 3x minus 18.
Right? This angle is larger. So what's one inequality we can write?
3x minus 18 is greater than 42.
Yep. So we know that 42 is less than 3x minus 18. So that would give us our lower bound, but how are we going to find our upper bound on this one? What is the max this angle can be? Nope. How many degrees are in a triangle? So that would be our upper bound, that'd be the max. So you'd set now set 3x minus 18 less than 180. guys take a minute to solve those, and then I will get back to you. Guys, what is that? 66?
Yeah.
So what you guys got?
Yeah.
Perfect. Good work. Doing kind of the same thing as last Friday. Front of a worksheet and then a few problems in the book to do in the back, okay?
Is there a proof?
No proofs.